You're making good money. You pay your bills. You handle everything yourself. So why does it feel like there's an invisible weight sitting on your chest every single time you look at your bank account? It's the debt, the credit cards, the car note, the student loans. And here's what nobody's telling you. When you're single, that debt is different, a different animal entirely, because there's no second paycheck, no backup income. Nobody else is absorbing that hit. Every dollar you send to a creditor is a dollar that cannot build your emergency fund, cannot build your retirement, cannot build your freedom. But I need you to hear this clearly. You can crush it, and you can do it faster than you think. You just need a strategy built for one income. Let me show you how to do this. Hi, I'm Theresa, and as a certified financial coach, I've helped single women walk out of debt they thought they would carry for decades. Here's the core problem. Most debt advice is built for two-income households. Pay extra every month, snowball this, avalanche that. And I'm sitting there thinking, with what extra? When you're one person covering rent, utilities, groceries, insurance, and everything else, sometimes there is no extra. Every dollar is already spoken for. So the advice that works for a married couple with $1,500 left over every month, that's not your reality, and it never was. That gap right there, that's not you failing. That's the math being different. So let's stop following advice that wasn't written for you and build a strategy that actually works when there's only one income in the house. I talk to single women all the time who are trying to do everything at once. They're putting $50 a month towards savings while carrying $8,000 in credit card debt at 22% interest. And I have to say, your debt is your emergency. Here's the math that will change everything. If you're paying 22% on a credit card and your savings account is earning maybe 4%, you are losing 18% on every dollar you're not throwing at that debt. Paying off that credit card is mathematically the same as earning a guaranteed 22% return on your money. You will never find that in the stock market. It doesn't exist. So if you're a single woman carrying high interest debt and trying to build savings at the same time, I need you to pause the savings, not forever, just until the high interest debt is gone, because your emergency isn't some imaginary future crisis. Your emergency is the interest accruing right now. Before we even talk about payoff strategies, we have to do one thing first. Stop adding to it. Stop adding to the debt. Take the credit cards out of your wallet. Take them out of your Apple Pay. Freeze them in a block of ice if you have to. I am so serious, because you cannot out-earn new debt. If you're paying $400 a month towards your credit cards, but still swiping $300 a month, you're only making $100 of progress. That's like running on a treadmill that's tilted slightly backward. You're working hard, you're exhausted, but you're barely moving. So step one, and this is non-negotiable, is to stop the bleeding. Today, this week, whatever it takes, because the rug can be pulled from under you in an instant. Now, I know this can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to figure it all out in one day. What I want you to do this week is one thing. Find out where your money is actually going, not where you think it's going, where it's actually going. That's exactly why I created my free 7-day reset ebook, 7 days, no judgment, no complicated software, just a simple step-by-step guide to track every dollar and find the leaks that are keeping you stuck in debt. One of my clients found $350 a month she didn't even know was there. $350. That's a car payment or an extra debt payment. Either way, it changes your whole trajectory. The link is right below this video. Download it. 7 days, 1 week. Total clarity on where your money is going and where it should be going. Instead, now let's talk about the actual payoff strategy. There are two camps in the debt world. The avalanche method, which says pay the highest interest rate first, and the snowball method, which says pay the smallest balance first. Here is why I tell every single woman I coach to use the snowball method. You need to see progress. When you're doing this alone, there is nobody at the dinner table celebrating your wins. Nobody's saying, hey, great job this month. The momentum has to come from you. And when you knock out that first $500 debt in 60 days, you feel unstoppable. That feeling matters more than a percentage point of interest, because the biggest threat to your debt freedom is not the interest rate, it's giving up. And momentum keeps you from giving up. So list every debt, smallest to largest. Pay minimums on all the others. Throw every extra dollar at the smallest debt until it's dead. Then roll that payment into the next one, and the next one, and the next one. Progress, not perfection. I hear this all the time. Theresa, I just need to make more money. And look, more income is great, but I've sat across from women making six figures who are still drowning in debt. Why? Because income without a system is just more water running through a leaky bucket. The system is what matters. Tracking your spending, knowing your numbers, having a plan for every dollar before the month even starts. That's why the 7-Day Reset ebook matters so much. It's not about making more money. It's about knowing what's happening to the money you already make. Because when you have clarity, you have power. And when you have power, you can make decisions that actually move you forward. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine waking up 2 years from now and knowing, knowing that nobody has a claim on your next paycheck except you. No credit card statements, no loan balances, just your income and your decisions. Now imagine the same month you're putting $600 towards an emergency fund and $400 toward retirement. And you're sleeping at night because your money is finally building something instead of digging you out of something. That is not a fantasy. That is what happens when you follow a debt-crushing strategy built for one income. And I want that for you. Not someday, starting now. I want to leave you with this because this conversation is about more than money. It's about your freedom. Proverbs 22:7 says, "The rich rules over the poor, and the borrower is the slave of the lender." And I want to be careful because this is not about shame. This is not about condemnation. This is about truth. Debt puts something between you and your God-given ability to steward what He has already given you. It puts a creditor in the driver's seat while you sit in the back, paying for a ride you didn't even want to take. But you can get out of that back seat. You can take back the wheel. And I believe God has a plan for you. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. But you can't grab that future with both hands when one hand is still tied to your past. It's time to get free, for real. Let me give you the 5 truths one more time. Number 1, your debt is your emergency. High interest debt is eating your future faster than any savings account can build it. Number 2, stop the bleeding before you start the healing. No new debt, period. Number 3, smallest debt first. Momentum matters more than math. Number 4, you don't need more income. You need a system. And it starts with knowing where your money actually goes. Number 5, on the other side of debt is freedom. And it's closer than you think. Now, if you're watching this and thinking, Theresa, I'm ready to crush this debt, but I don't know where to start. That's exactly why I do what I do. I sit down one-on-one with single women just like you and build a plan that fits your numbers, your life, and your goals. Not a podcast script, not generic advice, a real, personalized strategy. That conversation starts with a financial clarity call. It's an honest conversation, and it's the first step toward a life where nobody owns your next paycheck except for you. The link to book that call is in the description, and don't forget, grab your free 7-Day Reset ebook right now. The link is below this video. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you, and guess what, girl? You got this.